Crazy things owned by the world's richest people. Would you buy a newspaper, a figurine, or a mug for $1 million? It may sound crazy, but when you got the money, you would not mind throwing your millions for these little things. In this video, we will be showing you the crazy things owned by the world's richest people. What is the use of money if it is not being spent? Could be the tagline of these rich people as they spend their millions on things that can be crazily expensive. Stashing money and spending it to some ridiculous things could be one way of showing one's passion or just for a mere display of wealth. Before we go any further, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel and smash that like button for more quality videos you can't certainly get from others. The video you are about to watch is a product of well-researched effort to give you the best informative videos here in Top 10 Teachers channel. Here is the crazy things owned by the world's richest people. Number 10. Photo of Billy the Kid. Have you heard about Billy the Kid? If you are fond of watching movies of the Wild West, you could be familiar with Billy the Kid. He was a famous outlaw during this time. He could have been photographed, but even Billy the Kid himself would not have thought that his authenticated photo will be bought for around $2.3 million. The photo was bought by one of the Koch brothers, Charles, David, and William. These siblings are extremely wealthy. Charles and David are known for their Koch industries, who are billionaires, but William is considered as extremely wealthy among the three brothers. Proof of his wealth when he just stashed from his money as a resounding amount of $2.3 million for the world's only authenticated photo of Billy the Kid. Number 9. 14-foot preserved shark. This artwork, a 14-foot tiger shark preserved with alcohol formaldehyde, is classified as a contemporary art. This artwork has been called as the physical impossibility of death in the mind of the living. Art enthusiasts would be willing to pour out their money from their purses just to get a hold of this piece of art. This artwork has been formerly owned by Charles Saatchi, an art mogul. He bought this art for the amount of $93,000 way back in 1992. For Saatchi, that could be a wise investment, until this 14-foot preserved shark was bought from him by billionaire Steve Cohen in the mind-blowing amount of $8 million. The collection of Cohen, a renowned art collector, is almost incomparable and is estimated to be close to $1 billion. Cohen bought Charles Saatchi's artwork from Damian Hirst in 2006 for a reported $8 million fee. One of the most famous pieces in the Hedges collection is the iconic tiger shark, preserved in formaldehyde in vitrine. Number 8. Abstract Impressionist paintings. Passion for art and self-expression is the one that drives a person to buy an artwork. Having an artwork that expresses your thoughts and feelings would worth more than millions, for it brings some aesthetic pleasure. These feelings may be one of that entices hedge fund billionaire Ken Griffin when he bought 2 pairs of abstract impressionist paintings of Willem de Kooning and Jackson Pollock for amazingly $500 million, or to give the figure of $500 million. This sale at the auction has been called by Chicago Tribune as one of the largest private deals ever. While the recent sale is sure to shock given the collector in questions, it's not really necessarily unexpected. As the founder of Citadel, an investment company, Griffin is the richest person in the state of Illinois with a net worth of $6 billion. After all, purchasing market-hot art is a popular method for turning a profit as long as the pieces, of course, come with flawless provenance. Number 7. Leonardo da Vinci's Codex Lister. Genius is the most appropriate word that can use to refer to Da Vinci. His name left a mark not only during his era but passes from generation to generation. Millennials are still being influenced by his work and ideas. And it would not come as a surprise if his artwork would spark the interest of a man that revolutionizes the world when he gave us Microsoft. Bill Gates, a genius man who changed the face of the world and make everything digital, had bought the piece of work during Renaissance period when computer is not yet being used. Everything is being written, manually computed, and compiled. During the Renaissance era, Da Vinci had compiled a 72-page manuscript that contained sketches, writings, polymath diagrams, and his ideas about future invention. This compilation has been called as Codex Leisure, which has been bought by the Microsoft founder Bill Gates in 1994 with the amount of $30.8 million. A man who is into digital has a passion to something that is manually made. Number 6. Badminton cabinet. Furniture is something that adorns or beautifies the house. It is also the replica of the personality of the owner of the house. It is for the reason that the type of furniture is highly selected to ensure that it would suit one's personality and lifestyle. Born as a prince, it is not surprising that this man has a taste for classic furniture. Prince Hans Adam of Liechtenstein had bought the world's priciest type of furniture, which was the badminton cabinet. The Florentine ebony furniture was lavishly adorned with precious gems and stones such as lapis lazuli and amethyst quartz. In 1990, it has been sold in the price of $16.59 million, but in 2004, Prince Hans Adams bought the furniture in the amount of $36 million, making his furniture as the most expensive furniture in the world. Number 5. Lotus Esprit submarine car. James Bond movies became known for high-technology gadgets, fast cars, and spy equipment. Bond movies always ignite one's imagination about the world of the spies. One of the Bond movie, which is The Spy Who Loves Me, had used a submarine car which has been called as the Lotus Esprit submarine. Eventually, this piece of machine had landed on the hands of junk collector in 1989 for the estimated amount cost of more than $100,000 to build. Who would have ever thought that this piece of junk would eventually be bought by the tech billionaire, the Tesla and SpaceX founder, Elon Musk, in the amount of $997,700. He is now enjoying a different ride away from the traffic using the Bond car, the Lotus Esprit submarine. Number 4. Slim's Museum. Art aficionado would always visit museums, buy artworks, and enjoy exploring the art exhibits in the museums. This guy, who has been referred to as the world's richest in 2011 and now the richest man in his country, Mexico, with a net worth of $71.4 billion, has not contented of just visiting museums. Carlos Slim had built his own museum and spent $800 million for its construction. The museum is a 6-story, metallic, and windowless building that now houses and showcases legendary artworks, approximately 65,000 pieces of the rarest art collections from Europe and Mexico. In Mexico's capital, the glimmering futuristic building is already being hailed as a new landmark. A windowless metallic 6-story building shaped like a surrealist hourglass is Slim's new Samoa Museum. Number 3. The Titanic. Who would never fall in love with the Titanic, not only with a fictional love story, but with the ship itself? The movie Titanic has been inspired by true and faithful events in 1912 when Titanic, the biggest and unsinkable ship, was sunk and now in the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Inspired to have his own Titanic, Clive Palmer, an Australian businessman and a politician, had spent around $425 million to $567 million when he commissioned for the construction of Titanic 2. It is the exact replica of the sunken ship, from every details and even the grand staircase, which has been featured in the movie Titanic. However, Titanic 2 has been constructed for modern travel, and it has already enough lifeboats for the passengers. That's good to know. Number 2. Guarneri del Gesús violin. Maxim Viktorov, a proud owner of one of the violins crafted by Guarneri del Gesù, Viktorov's violin is considered as the rarest instrument, and it is one of the 150 surviving masterpieces of del Gesù. It is more prized than the remaining 600 pieces, which has been crafted by Stradivari. Viktorov's violin has a market value of $3.9 million. Viktorov promised that the instrument, dating back in 1741 and owned at one point by the Belgian composer Henry Vieuxtemps, for 15 years will now be played in public on a regular basis. After 7 decades, the sweet music of this violin was again heard for the first time in 2008, wherein it has been played before the elites of Moscow, of which The Guardian referred to as the cream of Moscow society. One of those who are present is Maxim Viktorov, who is a lawyer by profession and part of the Moscow elite. And last but not the least, number 1, Airbus A380 Flying Palace. Having royal blood indeed spell a difference in this world. Born to the Saudi royal family, Prince Al-Walid bin Talal could have indeed enjoyed his being born into the royalty. For others, they would settle for fast cars, but for this prince, he wanted to soar up high, being the owner of a Boeing 747-400 that costs $220 million. Still, the prince is not satisfied with his choice, so he again bought a 380 double-decker super jumbo jet. It is considered as the world's largest aircraft. This A380 aircraft has been bought for about $319 million, but the prince, having all the money in this world, had the aircraft upgraded, incurring additional costs. The A380 Airbus has been upgraded to have enough space for the prince's Rolls-Royce and for his horses. With the upgrade of the Airbus, it has been estimated of a value of $500 million. However, he immediately grew tired with his toy without even flying it and had it sold. Like this video? Tell us in the comment section below. We would like to know more from you. Before we end this video, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up so we can upload related videos. Stay tuned as the next video is starting.